Get on the damn stage, you whore. I love that your bio went on for 5
My headphones fell out.
And mine was 13 seconds.
What?
It's just, listen, some people achieve certain things and other people take their time. That's the takeaway here, folks.
Yep. Hello, everybody. There's 289 people here. This is an extremely intimate event.
Yes. This is our unplugged. But we're fully plugged. Yeah.
I usually stream twice a week for thousands of people. So this is special.
Yeah, this is intimate. It's an intimate engagement. I look so good.
Girl. Future drag.
Although the two-tone, the multi-tonal nature of my hair is fully intentional, just so you know.
Oh, I love it. It's completely unclockable. Well, it actually is pretty unclockable. Now I see it. Okay, yes.
It's like gray, blue, violet. Yeah.
By the way, let me just say this. There's 290 of you here. This is specifically for you. And anybody who's screen recording this, stop now.
Stop.
Because
stop in the name of love.
It's a special treat for you and everybody who bought this book. So
let it be exclusive and intimate. Let it be exclusive and intimate. Let's revel in this intimate moment together.
Don't be that girl posting screenshots of something you should have never recorded in the first place. It's not the look.
No. But
it's never been the look.
No. I'll go on Twitter and you can screenshot me later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to that little bitch Rachel in the chat, you really jumped out the window when you compared yourself to me. We don't look alike. We don't go to the same places. We don't even have brunch together.
You really jumped out the window.
You really jumped out the window. Joanne the scammer said you really jumped out the window once, and I'm like,
oh my God.
It was the funniest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
So good. We've got some, hold on. What lipstick am I wearing? I'm wearing NARS liquid lipstick in Don't Stop with a NYX liner.
And that was honestly, that lipstick name was the only thing that kept you from quitting drag today. You were like, should I stop?
I pick up the lipstick.
Yes. And I'm wearing, this is Cream Puff. It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, I received, ladies and gentlemen and everything else. I'm going to stop saying ladies and gentlemen. I'm not 400 years old.
Also, these are not gentlemen or ladies who are here.
Hello. I received my very first care package from Trixie Mattel Cosmetics or Trixie Cosmetics in the mail. There have been several launches of which I have not received any. And I opened
for a
that
while
box.
You had no mailing address, so let's just consider what's going on here.
You can send it to the library. They know I'm there every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I open it, and what is inside? A bunch of fucking confetti. What I do? Shove it all up my ass.
Oh yeah, I saw a video of you smelling it all. I'm pretty sensitive to smell.
It's on your mouth. It's on your mouth.
Yes, I have some products where it tastes too chemically, and then I have some products where they over flavor it, and I'm like, I don't want a Jolly Rancher in the face either.
This is that's why the beauty of this NARS, because I previously adored Kat Von D's liquid lipstick because it lasts all day. But guess what? It smells like cough syrup. Not into that. I'm not sick.
I know. Well, girl, you remember you've been to Brazil? Yes.
I sure have.
Remember how in Brazil everything tastes like a cough drop?
Really?
Yes, every flavor in Brazil that's like berry, Hall's cough drops. Everything.
Mentholatum.
Yes.
That's funny. Hey, guess what? We wrote a book.
Oh my God, it's incredible. It's wonderful. It's a hardcover. Many of you already bought it, I guess. It's on the way to your homes, technically.
Yeah. July 14, Bastille Day, baby.
I'm thrilled. You guys are gonna love it. It's hefty. It's substantial. I don't know if you're in it for the pictures. The pictures are, amazing.
Yeah. If you're only in it for the pictures, you're on the right track. You won't be disappointed.
Look at that. Who could fucking dare?
Who would ever try?
Who would try?
We really jumped out a window. We jumped out the window.
And then the text, the content we wrote is so funny.
There are words, sentences, and paragraphs in there.
Mm-hmm. I love this. What hairstyle's right for you? Spoiler alert, most of them are bangs. Which honestly, for drag queens, great advice.
And yeah, and for the women in the twilight of her life, absolutely. I mean, look at Goldie Hawn. She covers like 78% of her face with her hair.
She looks like the family dog in a 90s movie where the hair's grown over the eyes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's onto something. Oh, so there are questions. We could take questions from you guys in the comments, but there were questions submitted and vetted for vulgarity. And so I would love to do some of those.
I find that whenever we open up the forum to questions, people really don't act right.
It's a little chaotic. It's a little chaotic.
It's like, does anybody have any input, something to add to the conversation? And someone's like, hi, this question is for Katya. Will you stab me in the pussy?
Yeah, like with my own leg. Yeah.
Will you break my leg, Mom? Like anybody else?
Yeah. Anything relevant to the discussion at hand?
I saw both of you when you were in Vegas. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Jacob said he saw us. What was that? The Zumanity.
At Zumanity, yeah. The Zumanity Theater.
Stage where I slipped on that. Remember the security person was like, "Be careful, there is a step," and I was like, "I think I got it. It's a step."
Yeah, you ate shit anyway.
Yes, I sure did.
And Miss Little Sweatiest Woman in Show Business suffered greatly because it was a Cirque du Soleil theater. The dressing room is kept to a lovely 800 degrees so that their muscles don't like you know what I mean? Because they're all naked in the show and they're all doing acrobatics. They have to stay warm. Mama, it was a lot. I think I sweated my body weight off that night.
I caught your build series. The costume change killed me. Oh yeah, wasn't that a gag? I was in the middle of that interview and I forgot that I had worn a reveal in case the interview got spicy. And he was like, "What's in the show?" And I was like, "We have lots of stuff. We have reveals." I stood up and threw the costume and kept going.
I love that.
The most throwaway reveal. Can I just share an image with you from the internet?
Please.
Now, what would you call that?
Oh, staring down the barrel of your future, baby.
I know. I think it's obviously an age filter, but sadly, it's not that different.
No, but here's the fun fact. I do the face app thing a lot in my spare time, and I often put my drag photos through the feminizer. Nothing changes.
Is that? It actually gets more masculine.
Yeah. Well, the masculine. I mean, Well, I'm not gonna do it right now. It'll take too much time. But it's like it's a gag. It's a gag.
I know. Whenever I do like the masculine filter on my gay ass, I'm always like, it's just if you're gay, it's like, do you want to see yourself hot?
I know. It's like it's like, men, why can't you dress like this? Okay. Should we get to the questions?
Oh my God. Somebody there's this lesbian I know posted this thing like, "Men, why can't you look like this?" And I said, "Because I'm bald."
Although
God gives all the best male haircuts to the lesbians.
Oh, for sure. Truly.
The men are bald.
Who is that one? Who's that girl who was in The Meg? And she was briefly Batgirl or Batwoman. She was on Orange is the New Black briefly. I think she's a
Tonya Harding. Oh, you're thinking of Rose. Yeah. Something Rose.
Yes.
Ruby
Rose.
Riley
not
Rose.
Riley Rose. Not Riley Rose. Ruby Rose. I want to be her.
Yeah, look at lesbians are popping off in the chat. It's Ruby. I said it's Ruby.
Yeah, she was hot. I actually went to see The Meg in the theater. No reason. It was the worst movie. Horrible. Truly horrible.
Yeah, you really know how to pick them sometimes with your
movie
choices. You love to pick a movie that was clearly going to be bad and be like, "You'll never believe it. It was terrible."
But I was like, giant prehistoric shark? Come on. No.
That's the only thing we didn't get to write about in this book is prehistoric sharks. The editor said that section has to go.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Oh my, can we? I don't want to.
You don't want to, but you should. Just do it.
Can anybody fuck with me?
That's my favorite picture of you. That's my favorite solo pic of you for sure.
Who can fucking take me?
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. We have the same book. Actually, the fun thing is that each copy is the same. You don't get that in a lot of literature these days. You don't get that in a lot of literature.
I know. We did this thing where every copy is exactly the same.
And fun fact, on the set of, we thought this was going to be like a departure from the usual kind of gig in that we would be like, you know, wearing turtlenecks at home in quiet cabins, just typing away softly and not really getting in drag. Cut to the 47 photo shoots we did for the book. And
it was good old management's best. You guys don't know this in the drag industry. Management is great at the good old bait and switch.
The good old.
You guys don't want to. Let's have you guys do a book because you don't have to do drag. And we're like, oh my god, it's gonna be so nice to not be in drag. Plot twist.
17,000 looks.
17 photo shoots. Oh my god, I think I was in book more. I was in drag more for this book than
I was for my own show.
Yes. Seriously.
Totally. But
I thought it would be like Dolores Claiborne. I would be like sitting on my porch, looking at an eclipse, typing, or I don't know,
throwing your drunk husband into a ditch.
You know who you are in that movie? That old woman. Sometimes Dolores, being a high riding bitch, is the only thing a woman has to hold on to. Also, you're that old woman saying "Kill me, Dolores," like saying "Throw me down the stairs."
Oh, I'm her. Yeah, that's 5 pins, not 4, Dolores. Yeah, she's nuts. This is so one of the I learned something about myself. I love to learn, and one thing is a surprising moment during one of our photo shoots was when we took this picture, and I'm wearing one of Trixie's dresses, Trixie's gloves, and I think maybe one of your wigs. I'm not sure.
That's not my wig.
Is that your wig?
No.
Is that your banana? That's definitely your banana.
That's my banana. Yeah. That's probably one of my lip colors or something.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe how pretty I looked in this softer scheme.
It's not really your vibe, but it's great with the tattoos.
Yeah, the contrast.
Because you're kind of punk rock.
Yeah, real cool. So wait, so I'm dying to get to some of these questions.
Yeah, let's get into some user questions. Some of you guys tweeted us using the hashtag #WowHelpMe.
Wow, help me. Okay. Question number 1 comes from Rebecca Doxtator. I don't know how to say that last name. What feminist icon song would best accompany this piece of literature?
Oh. Ooh, I've been to Georgia and California. Who's that? Charlene. I've never been to me.
Me. I would say like.
Do they know that? Do people know that?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know Charlene.
I've never been to me.
I know the song, but I don't know the singer.
Oh yeah, I've never been to me.
I would just say Shania. Man, I feel like a woman. Burr, burr.
Yeah, sure.
or Come to My Window by Melissa Etheridge.
Oh yes, I would dial numbers just to listen to your breath. Her album where she comes out as a lesbian. The album's called Yes I Am.
Or maybe like I've got your picture. You know that Patsy Cline one? I've got your picture, she's got you.
Are you kidding? She's got you.
Yeah.
Yes. I got your picture. She's got you.
Yeah.
Oh, it don't sound the
same. Da, 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 da. I love that song. Patsy Cline.
Yes. You know who else has lit that movie where Jessica Lange plays Patsy Cline?
What?
Oh yeah. I just saw.
I would like to see it.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
Big Your Energy, that movie.
Yeah. Juliette Lewis is fantastic.
Theatrical.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis is fantastic in that, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, bitch.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That scene where he's flirting with her. She
is
like a theater actress. The way she plays, like being afraid of him and also attracted to him.
Yeah, the layers are unsettling.
When she's like, "Are you the guy who's been by our house?" And she's like crying, and then she's like, "Did you kill our dog?" And then she's trying to fuck him. Then she kisses him like 2 minutes later, which is
well, listen,
a lot like relationships.
Love is complicated. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One thing we don't talk about in this book is fracking. Hey Trixie and Katya. Wait, so Alexandra Lennon wants to know. Let's see. Hey Trixie and Katya, I'm so excited to learn how to read. Me too. Your book will be my first. I know I'll be a better woman and understand when I read this book, but how do I stop being ditzy and pessimistic towards others than myself? I want to radiate confidence and self-esteem from my pussy, but I do not know how.
I actually have a great suggestion.
Hmm.
This is something, I don't know where I heard this, but you know, sometimes in life, someone says something to you and it just sticks to your brain and you think of it all the time.
Yeah, like, get out! Oh.
Yes. Why are you in my house? Yeah. I thought I told you to never come back. Somebody said to me, everybody's the protagonist in their own story. Mm-hmm. Which means, like, people are annoying. They don't think they're being annoying. When they're wrong, they think they're right. Like, you can't really get too frustrated with those around you when you realize, like, everybody thinks they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So, like, that helps me never... I don't know. I think that helps me be very, like, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, that's wrong.
Yeah, I think, like, on the same note, it's like you're the main player in your play, and nobody's gonna give a shit about you as much as you do.
Yeah.
You know, so you should do that. Like, you should be the one that gives a shit about you, because, like, that's your job. Does that make sense? Like, no, it doesn't make sense. Like, okay. Well, here's another point. So the other point was, like, and this is in terms of, like, if your lack of confidence has to do with anxiety about how others perceive you. One thing, this is both good news and bad news. Everybody's worrying about their damn selves.
Girl.
Everybody is too wrapped up in their own little psychodrama to give a shit about what the fuck you're doing. It is just not, so you might as well just live out loud like Holly Hunter and Queen Latifah.
It's like for half of us who come out to our parents and the parents don't care. And it's like you lived this whole life thinking it was going to be really dramatic. And when it isn't, you're almost like, oh,
yeah.
I thought, I want my slap in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember one time, this was solidified in, public speaking for everybody pretty much is a terribly anxiety producing prospect. We're going around in the room and everybody's supposed to tell about yourself, like say a couple of things, introduce yourself to a group of maybe 50 people. And the guy next to me, of course I'm like unraveling and I'm thinking, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? How is it gonna be funny? And then I noticed the guy next to me is literally breaking out into a sweat. And I'm talking actual beads dripping.
How long did it take you to realize you were sitting next to a mirror? Sorry, go on.
No, and all of a sudden I was like, first of all the fear gone, anxiety gone. I was like, somebody is more scared than me. Poof. And I was like, oh, every single person right now is wrapped up in their mind, thinking about what they're going to say, not even paying attention to the person who's talking.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not that serious, and no one cares.
that's the good and the bad news.
Nobody cares. I mean, I know we're supposed to be sad when we hear, like, no one cares about you. I'm comforted by that.
Me too. I'm buoyed. Yeah, I'm like, oh, thank God.
This is the only time somebody cares about me.
Yeah, yeah. And this is intentional. This is when we put our best selves forward. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so
let me do a question.
Yes, please. I'm gonna do a selfie.
I think you should. I think that's really cool. Oh my God.
My hair is 3 different colors. Public speaking is so scary, Dr. Mimi. And for, like, I mean, imagine doing a TED Talk. Imagine speaking at the Oscars, like, oh.
Okay. What gave you guys the motivation and determination to achieve writing a book together? Honestly, accountability with another person made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because if I was left alone to do this, I might circle the wagon for 10 years and figure out what I was going to say.
No. That's me. You've released 13 albums by yourself in the last 6 months.
14.
I mean, you would have written the book and you would have passed in early. I would have just talked about it to everybody for like 5 years and not written one single sentence. That's what would have happened. Yeah.
Well, at least with you, I felt like people were definitely going to be interested and doubly interested. Like, oh, it's a book together.
Yeah,
Because people like we do. And also, let's be honest, we almost entirely operate our careers separately.
Yeah.
We almost never work together except for on camera. So like this was an opportunity to work together.
And
like, that was the main thing.
It works too. And also, listen, it's our first book. Like writing, I've always wanted to write a book, but I did not realize how difficult it was. And if I had to write, I mean, this is not Moby Dick, right? This is not War and Peace. This is like, you know,
it's The Old Man in the Sea.
Yeah, yeah. But like, people spend, a novelist will spend 10 years writing a book. You realize, 10 years.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we did do that. But like, but there's two of us. So like, and there's pictures. So it was manageable for a first book. It was like, okay, this is not, I was like, okay. Because sometimes
it was different. Because normally, like when I make my records, I make them at my own speed. And when they're done being written, I record them all at my own speed. And then I decide how to sell it and market it. This was the first time something had to be done. There was the start where I had nothing and the projected done date. And like, you can fill in the middle at your own pace, but let's be honest, what human person is sitting down and being like, I better knock this out?
I had so much, when I talk about anxiety, I would be on tour because I wrote most of it on tour. I would go to bed in the back of the bus and I would be like I should be writing right now. And I was literally pulling the covers over my head. Nobody's checking on me, of course. But I'm just like, you know, I was like, I should be doing this. And it was a constant source of like a low level hum of anxiety.
And for the first time, you weren't waking up smiling. Talking about something somebody says that I think about all the time.
It's true though, because I think all things, I mean, at all things being relatively normal, my natural baseline is joyful exuberance.
I hope not. I fucking hope not, dude. I don't want you to get too much joyful exuberance in your life, if you know what I mean.
I know, hello.
Okay. My name is Fiorella, and my question is for my two favorite biological women. I'm trying to branch out of my usual go-to fashion choices. You have any tips for finding new looks? Are there any tips you left out of the book that you can share now?
Well, there was a whole section where I wrote haikus about menstruation because I felt like it was a book on modern womanhood. We couldn't leave that out. I can't share them now, but I will release them sometime later. A little too hot for TV. Those ones were considered. I don't think I talked about bath salts or there was a couple of drugs I left out.
Might as well.
Ketamine. I don't think I talked about ketamine. Yeah.
I think her question was about fashion. So I'm going to circle. By the way, everybody in the chat, people are always reading me for interrupting her.
I know.
If I didn't,
I would be talking about Chinese aphrodisiac cooking right now.
They said, you have any style tips? You said, I wish I would have written about ketamine.
No, they said, was there anything you left out of the book?
Oh, that's true.
Second question.
Yeah, that's true. I think something we didn't talk about is like when you're a new drag queen, you shop in a way that's very like bang for your buck with costumes.
Yeah.
What's base pieces that I can like make look different? Like a black bodysuit, and then I can change up like the belts or the jewelry or the hair.
Right.
A lot like how a normal person shops too. Like, and we could have talked more, I think, in the fashion section. We could have talked more about like the paper doll sort of approach of your clothing of like, okay, you have your base foundation garments, whatever, and then build on whatever.
Yeah. Well, another thing, I think, I don't know if we touched on this enough. It's, I'm more interested now in sustainable fashion and less waste, and also not being seduced. And I struggle with this sometimes, especially with the drag, not being seduced by the propaganda of labels.
I do not struggle with that.
You do not struggle with that because you can't fit them labels. I'm talking about shoes. Shoes. I'm talking about shoes. Like you couldn't go buy a pair of Louboutins because you can't fit them.
You know what? You're lucky I can't get my headphones back on. I'm about to open up the library, burn it to the ground, and fucking take you out, bitch.
Well, do people want to know the real me?
I was gonna say, why don't you give the kids a little spin?
Yeah. This is a front-facing wig only.
Well, don't worry. I asked them not to record it. And you know how respectful people can be when it comes to recording things.
Totally.
Remember when you messaged someone and asked them to take down your show from YouTube, and you had to say like, "Sorry to inconvenience you."
I mean,
I want you to look at yourself and understand who you are.
Oh
gosh. By the way, that's an instance where we have different approaches. You were like, I feel so bad, like a total Karen for asking someone to take her down your show. And my comment was like, no, fuck them. They stole from you. Beat the hell out of them. No chill. When it comes to stealing property, no chill.
Well, I mean, because I just like, there were certain things I'm particular about.
You're going to play it, in a VHS player for your family tonight after dinner. That's fine.
Invite me over. I'll bring it over. I'll play it for you. Yeah. So wait. But back to the fashion question. No, but like,
please elaborate on the fashion in question.
I'm not a big fan of like during the day. Like, I'm not a big fan of like fads or I love a classic chic.
Yeah,
but I'm kind of basic though.
Yeah, even out of drag, I like just like Oxford, like flannel.
Yeah,
like Oxford? Something, like a button-up shirt.
Oh yeah.
Fresh shirt.
Also, age though. Thinking about age as I'm careening around the corner towards 40.
I'd say skidding. Tokyo drifting, bitch.
Tokyo drift. Fast and the Furious.
Do you think you're getting to the point where when you dress like LA, like in LA, young people dress like athletic clothes? Well, do you feel like you're hashtag young, or do you feel like you're hashtag old who's dressed young?
No. So LA opened up the whole thing for me. So, okay, Boston, no fashion. New York, different story. New York, every time I went to New York, it was always like, oh God, I felt inspired to like actually develop a sort of a personal style and like kind of like become interested in nurturing that. And that had nothing to do with like buying expensive clothes or anything like that. It's just about an aesthetic, like developing an aesthetic that felt authentic. Girl, LA, everything goes out the window. It's hot and everybody's either on their way or coming back from the gym.
Yeah, literally. Everybody here dresses like they were at the gym or are going to the gym at some point that day. Yes, and people are either red carpet, or fucking naked,
covered in naked shit.
Yes, like it's one or the other.
Yeah,
people are either wearing full body makeup, like red carpet.
Yeah,
or it's like they're not trying at all, and they want the room to know they're not trying. So it's a lot of like girls in baseball caps. Very like, just so you know, I'm not dressed up. Don't judge me. Which I get. Yeah. Except straight guys here just get away with murder because they all look like shit.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta tell you, I mean, I love the athleisure thing. I like health goth. That is like my ultimate. Like I love the health. I mean, a goth leisure is so sexy to me because it's like you're ooky spooky, but you care about your body.
Yes, I've been wearing a lot of like black jersey t-shirt dresses at home, like black leggings as pants. I've been feeling very just like
cross-dresser.
Yes, very like that.
Well, I love it.
Very basic though. I'm very basic. I like, and then like depends where I'm going. I dress for the occasion. If I'm going to the cosmetics,
you do dress up.
If I'm going to the cosmetics office, I'm usually wearing some kind of pink. And I'm always wearing something with buttons, fancy, with a matching bag, real like fashion fag, But then like most of the time, girl, if I'm just home, if I'm in drag that day, all bets are off. You're lucky I have clothes on the other 8 hours of the day. Yeah. Because drag, once you get out of drag, you get in the shower and you're just like, no. For 24 hours, no.
Although, let me tell you, quarantine has flipped the script because so much drag has just been involved from the waist up. My relationship to shoes and pantyhose has changed a little bit. For example, I was in a bra and panties and Louboutins vacuuming my apartment the other day.
I'm just happy someone was vacuuming that fucking place. I don't care what you wear while it happened.
I threw on my new human shoulder length human piece. I had a bra and a push up like a waist, a high waisted panty. I slung on them Pigalle and I took that Dyson out and I let the apartment have it.
I was gonna say this is a shop vac because the kitchen still had blood on it again.
Get all the sawdust out of here.
Yeah. One of the pee jars fell out of the bed and shattered. Yeah. One of the piss mason jars. Who did it?
Questions. Can I do one?
Major, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So this is from Gemma Siegler. As an English major, I have to ask, what writers inspired y'all's writing style in this book?
Obviously, Lauren Conrad. No,
Paris Hilton.
Lauren Conrad. One of my favorite author, I love Augusten Burroughs. I mean, I don't think I didn't even try to like emulate him at all, but that's probably my favorite, like personal memoirist. Like he did this book called This Is How, and it's like, this is how to avoid, I forget what it's called. It's like spinsterhood, being like everything you want to avoid in your life. And each chapter is like, this is how to be poor. Yeah. This is how to stay fat. This is how to stay single. And it basically reads you for all the mistakes people make holding themselves back for whatever.
Oh,
and I was like, I liked that book because it was like basically like satire, but also like, here's all the tools you have in your life and here's all the excuses you make for why you don't get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Get your life, bitch.
Get your life. I think the biggest influence on me was Rosetta Stone because I had to learn English for
sure. You did Hooked on Phonics.
I did, yeah. I mean, Carl Sagan.
For that.
Yeah, Carl Sagan. Yeah, now I'm hooked on phonics. I'm in PA now.
12-step program.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many comedy writers.
We didn't get to go on that journey.
Who?
I love Stephen King, but we didn't really get an opportunity to go. We should do a fiction next.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, so I recently rewatched the movie Carrie by Brian De Palma. A masterpiece movie. Masterpiece. Read the book. Did not
you like the book?
No.
I liked it because it was less horror, first of all. It's not why I liked it, but I liked it because if you guys don't know, Carrie, the book is written a lot in like police statements, witness statements, newspaper clippings. It was like past, or like you didn't like that. Like we find out about her powers because like her neighbor sees her doing something, or like I liked it.
Well, but isn't that fun? Some people like things, other people, they don't like them. That's fun.
Some people like things and other people, they don't like things.
They don't like them. Yeah. There is a similar question, a good one. Who are some of your favorite authors now? And did you have any favorite books as kids? What did you read when you were a kid?
Well,
did you read Hardy Boy?
No, what did I read as a kid? When I was a really little kid, I read these old books called the Bobbsey Twins, which I've come to realize were extremely racist.
Oh God.
It was like a white family. It was like a book from the 50s. It was like a white family with white kids, and like, yeah, it was very that.
Yeah.
But it was very almost like the Brady Bunch, and my childhood was so shitty. Reading about like rich kids was like,
aspirational. Yeah.
Yes, I read the Harry Potter books obviously when I was a child,
see, I'm so old. Like I didn't have the internet. I realized I didn't have the internet. That's why I read so much.
Oh, because you didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
But what did you read as a kid?
So much. I read so much I up until college, and I stopped reading. But I read tons of books, like good, anything from classic literature, like the classics, to like the great American novels, and then like some Russian stuff, and then the goth necrophilia, erotic Poppy Z. Bright, fucking corpses.
My pen name.
Fucking corpses. Necrophilia.
We heard you. You want to say it again? I don't think people heard you.
Necrophilia, honey.
Yeah.
fucking corpses. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot.
It's a lot. And I read all Anne Rice's books, which again, going back, this is no disrespect, but I recently repurchased one of the books that I remember enjoying very much in 9th, 10th grade.
Not Living.
Mama, I don't think it's any good. Cry to Heaven about eunuchs in Italy.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I read the Hunger Games novels when I was in college.
That's young adult, though. That's young adult.
I was like, okay, it's a little cheeseball, but it is young adult, so whatever.
It's young adult. I mean, this Cry to Heaven.
When you're like 40 and you're reading, Twilight and you love it, aren't you like,
yeah,
why do I love this?
But then again, it's like I don't. It's like you shouldn't have to read Faulkner and pretend to understand it or even enjoy it, though. You know, it's like you like what you like.
I love Stephen King, and sometimes I love you, Stephen. I know you're in the chat. Hi. And I love his books, but sometimes it's like, all right, this section of the book is him describing the city quadrant by quadrant in their last history for the last 100 years. And I'm like, Mama,
try and write.
I know that you want us to care about the protagonist or whatever. So you're trying to make the city seem more real or whatever, but like, but then again, in it, all the history ones felt more real. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, just show me the murder.
Yeah, 3 pages of like the texture and fragrance of a bougainvillea in a goddamn like railing in New Orleans. I'm like, I don't care. I want to see vampires fucking each other. You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, if I want to watch vampires fuck each other, I'd watch 7 seasons of what's that?
Facts of Life.
No, True Blood.
True Blood, yeah.
12 seasons of a vampire show that show, first of all, this isn't about books. That show, I watched the entire 7 seasons. And at the end, I went, I still don't know if I liked it. But I did watch it. So
I watched it all too.
Yeah.
I watched it all too.
But girl, you are big Pam energy.
She's one of beloved. Love.
Yeah, and that hot ass Jessica.
Yeah. But I mean, that's one of the shows. Somebody did this on Twitter. What is a show that you love, but the main characters are abhorrent to you, that you hate? True Blood.
Girl, why do all these creatures of the night want to fuck this gap-toothed waitress?
Bill and Sookie, insufferable, horrible. The two of them can horrible acting. She's a great actor. Horrible acting. He's a great actor. Horrible acting. Terrible accent. Forgettable. Everybody else.
But that hot ass brother of hers,
Ryan Quanten, I would let him turd in my mouth.
Girl,
in my mouth.
If he said, "I'll let you touch this dick, but you have to kill your whole family," I'd be like,
"Do you know that I have yanked the crank to the dream sequence of him and Eric Northman having getting it on?"
Girl. He goes to Equinox.
Yeah,
fucking trample me out like a fucking Christmas light, bitch. Shut me down. Take my jaw off my body.
Back to books.
Sorry.
Next question. You want to do it?
Oh, sure. Was it hard to find a balance between writing satire and giving genuine advice?
I struggle with that in the drug section. But because I didn't want to, the tone it was a hard tone to hit because you don't want to.
They say that comedy is the intersection between exaggeration and specificity. So most of the things in the book that I think are the funniest are like things where it's like, oh, that really happened. Like the breakup section, when I go into the way I basically stalked someone, I'm like, I couldn't have come up with something this funny.
And I remember that playing out in real time. And no one said not one word. I was like,
I also was 30 pounds heavier and no one said anything. So it was a lot going on.
Well, that's you, Mama. You work in a profession where you look in a mirror every single day. That's on you. But the letter writing, I was like, is that romantic or
is this a psychopath?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, in the book, there's a section about breakups where I reveal that after a guy broke up with me, I proceeded to write him a handwritten letter every day for a whole summer, which is over 90 handwritten letters. This bitch must have thought he was trying to go to Hogwarts. Owls coming in every window, bitch. He wasn't all that.
No, of course not.
But in the book, I talk about how breakups are sometimes it's an excuse to it's an exercise in playing out your own melodrama as an
Absolutely.
exercise in like self-indulgence. Like,
Oh,
no,
totally.
somebody doesn't love me. It's like, girl. And then once you're over it, you look back and you're like,
what the fuck was I thinking? Yeah.
I should not be left alone with myself.
I mean, I stand by this timeline. I don't know if I made it up or I heard it somewhere. It's not very compassionate, but it's for every year you're with somebody, you get a week of grieving.
That's not enough.
I think it is. No. Sorry. It's you get a week of openly grieving.
Oh, okay, sure.
You can it's the first thing you talk about with your friends. It's the only
just
topic of conversation.
While people walk by, you're sort of just
North Korean funeral wailing. But so it's 2-year relationship, week 3 at brunch, you need to talk about something else, ho. You need to bring up another subject. Bring up something else. What did you do last? Something else. You can talk about it, but it's got to, you know what I mean?
What's not clicking? Yeah. I love that meme.
Change your costume. Change it
around. Yes. But to answer your question, I think that, don't you think satire is entirely truth-based? So, you can't do satire without telling some truth. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, and I think our MO has always been like unintentional advice giving.
I think a good example of that would be like Michael Scott in The Office. He's an exaggeration, Steve Carell.
Okay.
Who hasn't had a boss who's like a little obtuse, who says something a little racist or a little sexist or thinks they're hilarious when they're not? It's like he takes it over the line, but that's still like a truthful character, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's a 2-part question. Did writing ever surprise you by being more authentic than comedic?
What?
Did your writing ever surprise you by ending up more authentic than comedic?
I don't think those two are mutually exclusive. I think they maybe sincere, sincere or comedic would maybe be more like the right, like sincere or comedic.
Yes,
because sometimes.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. So, anyways, I was thinking.
Fucking bitch. I don't think I interrupt you. I think you're just good at talking right before I talk.
No, I tried to keep it less sincere. I tried to temper it because I don't want it to be corny. I'm not trying to write anything corny,
girl, and I'm not trying to truthfully no. I don't like to be intimate with even people I love. So I'm not looking at intimate experiences as strangers. Sorry, everyone.
Too many. The earnest, corny drag queen. There are enough of them, and I'm just not trying to be one of them.
Mary, the drag queen who wakes up and is like, "Remember that you're worth something." Send. I'm like, girl, deactivate. Log out.
You ain't shit.
I said, show me the whole pic, show me the beauty TikTok, or get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Third part of that question. You both said before writing, whether it's comedy and music, it was easier to do in drag since there's a mask in place that encourages sincerity and vulnerability without personal risk. Did writing somewhat speculatively about experiences and women's bodies and women's experiences both afford you means to discuss real experiences of your own without being personal?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too, because I think what we both parody well is like we kind of make fun of the extreme obtuse expectations of women in society. Yeah. But we also worship women.
It's a paradox because I love looking like this.
Yeah.
But I also hate it.
I hate that women are supposed to look like this.
Oh,
but it makes me feel fun to take the piss out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I worship women that look like this. This is, but at the same time, if I were, born female, whatever you want to call it, or if I transition, I'd probably be a fucking tomboy. I would never wear high heels. Yeah, I'd have unbrushed hair. I would be like Lady of the Woods.
Yeah, I don't think somebody with your hygiene issue should take on a transition right now.
To be honest, that was always on the pros and cons list. That that was always like, can't keep up.
You're gonna have to do the and go to the doctors and eat right.
Eat, take injections. Mary, no.
You can't be
Lady of the Woods. I'll be a new gender in the woods, honey.
She's a good point of reference for us. Amy Sedaris, for both of us, I think her spirit is in this
obviously huge. Yeah.
There's and also us in here that's very Amy Sedaris energy.
Yeah, because I adore her so much. I there was a conscious effort not to just bite her style. That was always something that was like on the front of my mind. It was not just to like replicate I Like You, Hospitality Under the Influence, or like Simple Times Craft for Poor People.
Yeah. Well, with drag queens, we kind of like the whole point of drag is to bite off in a way.
Yeah, but we don't want to bite off a pair. Like we bite off the main.
It's like when people go to Drag Race and their snatch game is an SNL character. I'm like, stop.
Yeah. Or like where you can't. You have to take the piss out of the main.
This is like big Amy Sedaris energy. That baby in the pot.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. By the way, how much black eyeshadow is that?
Fucking A. That is insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot of eyeshadow, Mary.
Is anybody watching from Australia?
Any
Are you keen? Are you keen?
Top of the I don't know. Top of the day.
Oh, speaking of Amy Sedaris, At Home with Amy Sedaris, best show on television right now.
Lit.
It's so good.
Funny, cool.
It is so fucking funny. Oh my god. Yeah. Season 3.
Drag queen. She's a total drag queen.
Yeah.
The wigs.
Incredible. She does like 5 different characters.
What's that one? Nutmeg?
Nutmeg, yeah. So good.
I've said too much.
Patty Hog. All right, we're actually running out of time, so let's do a couple more questions.
Okay, you want to take the next one, number 15?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Leslie Young wants to know, what is one thing you hope women take away from reading your book?
Well, to be fair, this book is called Guide to Modern Womanhood. Anybody can get this. We're drag queens, and identifiers for us are kind of out the window. Like, whatever modern woman. Yes.
The irony is thick.
I think what you'll get out of this is, I think what we do well is we are very open about times that we have been wrong, or over the line.
Yeah. And also, I think like for me, the emphasis about like, especially in terms of beauty presentation, I don't like Queer Eye. Like I'm not that. I don't want to be that gay.
No, let me go live.
No. I don't like the premise of like, I'm a super sassy fag, and I'm going to tell you women how to dress like a diva. That's not like my MO.
Remember when we were in the beginning conversation of this book, and I said, here's what we're not going to do. No. We're not going to do like 12 steps to being fierce.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
No. I was like, my hope is to shine a light on the artifice of identity in.
Ooh, I think you cut out. You're cutting in and out. Is she cutting out and out for you guys?
Oh, fuck.
Now I hear you.
You do now? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're cool now.
Okay. But yeah, so like shining a light on the artifice and absurdity of identity in general, but with a specialization on the feminine one. And my hope is that a woman or a girl can be like, okay, this is the scam. How can I cheat the system or work the scam in a way that suits me, my interests? And how can I let go of all the rest of the scam?
You want to make more money? Wear a suit.
Wear a suit.
Yeah. But you're right. Because when we talk about hair and makeup from a drag queen's POV, it's not that different from a woman's POV. It's smoke and mirrors. And it's about embracing whatever parts of the system. Okay, we don't talk about, why image matters in society. But we do talk about like, here's some little Swiss Army knife tricks if you want to invoke that magic for yourself.
Yeah. It's like
for the greater good.
Like the satanic witch It's all about, using the feminine wiles. How about this? Like satanic invisibility, just not showing up. It's very practical. It's practical.
It's easy.
Very practical,
Yeah, and like when we talk about we have some shallow stuff like how to, like different types of heels.
Yeah,
it's like heels are both restrictive.
Yeah.
Originally, I mean, if you think of who made them and why, they're maybe not the most pro women, but I think over time they've turned into this like it's a super suit for femininity.
Yeah, and they used to be worn by guys.
And so now it's like, okay, if we have that information, let's embrace it, but also make fun of it. Because if you take the bits out of it, you can harness it without having to attach any strings to it.
Right. And then when you're unencumbered, you can say, do I feel like a cone or a wedge?
Yes. There's something I talk about in the book under the makeup chapter where I talk about like the biggest thing about makeup is people call it a routine. And when it starts to feel routine, take a fucking break from it. Remember that you don't have to do it.
No. And I wish, like...
Wear it because you want to wear it. I mean, I think we've all realized in quarantine, like, we all started putting makeup on and clothes and perfume on again, even if no one sees us.
Yeah. My favorite scene out of like any movie was one on Batman, the original Batman with Jack Nicholson, where the Joker poisons all the makeup, so the newscasters are all on camera and they look haggard, and I just love that.
Really?
I wish that
season 5. Great.
Yeah. But like I remember there are a couple of girls who were so cool in college at art school. I idolized them. They were such great artists and such cool girls. Not a stitch of makeup ever, never. Just cool, like cool clothes and like great hair, or not like just whatever. I
know a lot of people who don't wear much, let's say skin makeup, let's say beauty makeup, but they wear a lot of like
makeup, a lot of genital makeup.
No, like like Irene from Sugar Pill.
Yes,
she's kind of goth, and she doesn't wear like tons of skin or like beauty makeup. Correcting makeup. She wears makeup more like broad strokes, bright colors, more like accessories.
Yeah, like a bracelet on your face.
Especially in the hair and makeup industry, we get so pigeonholed into saying like this is what you're supposed to look like. We forget that that you have all the power to wear it however you want or wear none of it.
Yeah, and it's tough though, because like on the one hand, I appreciate so much someone like, and I'm in awe of someone like Nikki Yeager, the Nikki Tutorials. But I'm like, if you asked me to get my skin like hers, I'd jump off the roof.
Why?
I could do it.
That's also, there's some magic on that.
No, but I've seen the videos.
I know, but she has some magic on it. You can't tell that her eyes are in crystal clear HD and her skin is, even before makeup, her skin is blurred. You can't tell. Not to expose her. All the people do it, but you never seen that Tati has forehead with like her forehead is just gloss?
Well, RuPaul does that glimmer glass on the lace because it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, just for all you want to know. It's true. It's Crunch Berry, Captain Crunch lace with a
quesadilla, mama.
Yeah. Well, in any case, yeah. Technology has further, exacerbated the whole problem.
We're like, yeah, it's dumb, but if you want to do it, here's a great way to do it.
Yeah, be unapologetic,
12 steps to being your inner diva.
How to unleash your inner fears. Yeah. Wait, yeah. How to hysterectomy? Put on a dress. Like it's like I don't understand that whole like overcome your trauma.
Try to throw white gloves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unpacking generational trauma. How about some stilettos? Like what? Like what the fuck?
Yes, and then the way. Oh my god, I love. Did you read the way when we described shoes? Did you read about the way we described stilettos?
Oh, that was
very cool. Section on which heel are you, so you can look at all the different types of shoes.
I love that one.
Stilettos. If peep toes make your foot a slut, a stiletto makes your foot a fucking cock destroyer. I've heard it said women don't wear makeup for men; they wear it for other women. Same with stilettos. Stilettos communicate. Yes, I am that slag you've seen in porno films. And if you so much as look at me wrong, I'll face fuck your whole family. But like, stilettos are fierce, but really women wear them for themselves and for each other.
Mama, I wear them for myself because I don't leave the house. I I wear them for the mirror. AstroTurf Croc.
Wait, I think I have socks on.
AstroTurf Croc, mama.
What about these socks? Stay
Wait,
queer.
is it
Got it.
Hold on. Oh, you can't see. I don't want to show it. I forgot I'm wearing not the thong. I'm wearing something.
I don't want you to show it either.
Yeah. Well, I think that's about time.
It is time.
Yeah.
Oh, 308 people.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. And please, it's honestly, listen, I know as drag racers and drag queens in general, oftentimes put out merchandise that is questionable and often very bad. I've done it myself, but this is not. It's a great item. It'll make a great gift and it's worth it.
You can use all those other drag queens' books as paperweights to
Yeah.
decorate this real piece of literature.
Yeah, and look, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I mean, there's some really great drag books out there. Me and Katya are both big fans of Willems.
Willems is exquisite. Well done. But who can argue with this? Can you?
I wouldn't
don't
like
think
to.
so. Yeah. And my favorite picture of us, Trix, this.
I love that picture.
It's so
God,
good.
I'm so lightweight.
good.
I just really get in the air.
I know. 13 pounds,
Look at the
soaking wet.
picture of me drinking at home.
Yeah. Still looking glamorous in a blackout.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget my new cosmetic. I have a bunch of new makeup coming out tomorrow. I guess midnight. 3 new glosses, 2 lipsticks. They are beautiful. They're wonderful. And
So what do they have to do?
Oh, they just have to go to TrixieCosmetics.com. Everything was produced socially distant, far away.
And do you do international shipping?
We do international shipping.
Do you ship to the UAE, the United Arab Emirates? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Bye,
the
haters.
books. Bye.